Guys, here it is, the long-awaited Chapter 6 Season 2 ranking all weapons video. It has been delayed so much. Almost my entire week, I think. But yeah, let's get right into it. Yeah, we have 29 weapons to rank, so this might be a little bit long, but let's get it. Alright, and guys, at that number 29 spot, dead last, I have the Plasma Burst Laser. Hear me out, this weapon isn't necessarily bad. It's that this season also had some really good weapons and it just cannot compete. And really quickly, we're going to go over, really quickly, I am going to separate the following. I'm going to separate the Mythic Falcon Eye, the Mythic Sentinel, and the Mythic Pistol, Mammoth Pistol from each other. I'm going to separate those mythics from their normal variants just to clear things up real quick. Alright, let's get to the next one. Now we have our first unvault on the list, and at number 28, I have the Scoped Burst SMG. This will not be including the mythic. So yeah, I mean, overall, this weapon is pretty much the definition of mid. It's not necessarily bad, but it is not one of the most strong SMGs, and it's not the highest SMG on this list. It's actually the lowest SMG on this list. So what do you guys think about this pick? I think this is a pretty mid SMG. Let's get to the next one. And guys, at number 27, pre-buff, I have the base twin fire auto shotgun. This will not be including, actually this will be including the mythic, but even so, this is still a pretty mid shotgun. Well, actually it's a pretty bad shotgun without all the buffs, but yeah, overall just kind of a disappointing shotgun, kind of just a worse version of the Frenzy. Alright, next up, we gotta keep in mind, alright, we got another pre-buff. Alright, pre-buff, including the mythic at number 26. Might shock you guys a little bit that it is this low, but I have the Outlaw Shotgun. This will not be including the exotic version, which is in Chapter 6, Season 3. So yeah, I feel like this shotgun after its buff is actually pretty good, but before its buff, it was pretty weak. Kind of explaining my spot for the placement on this list. Let's get to the next one. This next one kind of really upset me, and it is another pre-buff. But at number 25, I have the Pump and Dump. In my opinion, this is just the definition of a mid weapon. Honestly, pre-buff, this thing was pretty weak. I feel like it could be a little bit stronger. We all thought it was going to be OP, but it wasn't. So overall, pretty balanced. But yeah, let's get to the next question on this list. Next one on this list, I feel like it's going to cause some controversy in the comment. Okay, guys, please take into account this is pre-buff. This is pre-buff. And at number 24, our first exotic, we have the Lawless Trinity Assault Rifle. In my opinion, this is the worst exotic of the entire season. It was like a shotgun, but an assault rifle, it just didn't really work out for me. It wasn't strong enough, but that's why they buffed it. They buffed the fiery from 3 to 3.6. That made a big difference in the DPS. The DPS basically went from, let's see here, so like 198 to like well over 200. So big difference there. Also the damage falls off like really quickly. So now we are going to go to our next one. Guys, at number 23, this will be including the mythic. I have the Suppressed Pistol. This is a pretty like average pistol. Nothing much to say about it. It's just your average pistol. It's just suppressed with 12 rounds. 12 rounds kind of weakens this. I feel like if it had 16, I maybe would have pushed it up a spot or two higher, but nothing much. Just pretty much your average pistol. Now this next one, guys, it's not going to be including the mythic. Alright, not including the mythic at number 22. The mythic is pretty much significantly higher on this list. But we have the Falcon Eye Sniper Rifle. Think about it, guys, because the blue, purple, and below, it does not one-shot. That, for me, is just not enough. So, yeah, I feel like this is just like, kind of like a Hunter Bolt action, but like, kind of like a pre-buff Hunter Bolt action. Kind of like the state the Hunter Bolt action was in Chapter 3, Season 1. Kind of like that. So, I thought this thing would get buffed, but it didn't. So, this is why my ranking is this low. Overall, though, it's a decent sniper. And guys, at number 21, might shock you guys a little bit. But, alright, this is post-buff. I repeat, post-buff. We got the Lawless Twin Fire Auto Shotgun. In my opinion, this is a pretty solid shotgun. You do get the slap effect, which is a big effect, and honestly, I feel like with this one and number 20, you can honestly go either way. But overall, decent shotgun, nothing much more to say. Let's get to our next pick. All right, and at number 20, we have the Lawless Blink Pump and Dump. This one, you can really go either way between the Lawless Flatfire and this one. They're pretty equal, and honestly, they're just both not great. And I feel like they were some of the weaker exotics we had this season. Tell me what you guys think about those picks, and let's move past the bottom 9 and get to the top 20. And wow, 3 exotics in a row. At number 19, we have the Lawless Final Mark Rifle. This is the exotic Falcon Eye. The good thing about it, it does one shots, but the damage increases each time you hit someone, and you mark a player with, I believe, each shot, which is honestly a pretty good exotic ability. But I feel like it works with something better, like maybe an SMG shotgun assault rifle. I feel like sniper doesn't really work that well because you're really just trying to get them down in one shot anyway with the sniper rifle. So I feel like if this was on, like, maybe say an assault rifle, and it would get more damage as you go, kind of like the Eradicator OXR, and it would mark them, I feel like that would be a pretty good exotic ability. But because it's on a sniper rifle, I feel like it doesn't fit too well. Tell me what you guys think about that. Alright guys, this is my first hot take of the video. I'm thinking I should honestly have put this one higher. And honestly, maybe I should have, so let me just, sorry that we got cut off there, had to take a little bit break, but I believe we were on number 18. Give me just a second. Alright guys, and at number 18, we are going to have, not including the Mythic, the Veiled Precision SMG. Honestly, just pretty mid SMG, but in Chapter 6 Season 1 it was pretty broken. We're going to see based off that in our Chapter 6 Season 1 ranking actually coming out later today. Because I'm going to have 3 videos coming out today, because I was supposed to have 1 last week and 2 this week, and now I'm just going to upload all of them. And by the way, today's the 26th, yes, so we're going to have a Simpsons Part 2 little leaks, and then do the last one a little bit later just for information. But yeah, honestly, Veiled Precision SMG, pretty mid SMG at this point. Let's get to the next one. Alright guys, my first hot take at number 17. This is a flaming hot take in my opinion. I want to see what you guys think on it. But I got the Lawless Accelerant Hollow Twister. This is going to be post nerf, so this is after it got nerfed. Yeah, so apparently they like nerfed the recoil, so like they buffed the recoil, so they made the recoil a little bit stronger. Before it wasn't as strong, so that kind of pushes this weapon back in my opinion, and it should do a little bit more damage than it does. So those are just my opinions on the Lawless Accelerant Hollow Twister. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. And guys, another exotic. Man, this season had a lot of them. At number 16, we have the Lawless Stink Rifle. In my opinion, this is just a pretty much the same version as a hunting rifle. It's pretty strong, and honestly, it's a pretty solid sniper. It's a pretty average sniper. Nothing much more to say. Let's get to the next one. Alright, dead center of middle of the list. I think this is where it belongs. Tell me what you guys think. But at number 15, we got the Lawless Explosive Mammoth Pistol. This one I feel like is kind of overrated in my personal opinion. Tell me what you guys think, but I feel like it doesn't do enough damage to the body for like just a base one. But honestly, pretty solid weapon though overall, but that projectile speed is just too slow for me. Tell me what you guys think on that. Alright, we are now going to get to the upper half of the list, the top 14, so let's see what you guys think on this. And at number 14 we have, I got the Sticky Grenade Launcher at number 14. Tell me what you guys think on that, but I feel like this is a fair spot to put it just over the Lawless Explosive Mammoth Pistol. I feel like it's a very fair spot for it. The projectile speed is pretty slow, but I mean, it is pretty powerful though. If you know how to use it, then it can be pretty OP, but overall, pretty solid explosive weapon. I'd say one of the better ones out there. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. And at number 13, we have the Mythic Falcon Eye Sniper Rifle. I have a feeling this this is going to cause some controversy, but this is honestly a sleeper, guys. This is a pretty good sniper rifle. The base version of it is not nearly as powerful as this one. Nearly 100 damage to the body and 220 to the head. I mean, pretty solid stuff. Cannot one-shot and 0 build, so that brings it down a couple of spots for me, in my opinion. But overall, still a really good sniper rifle. Alright, this is the Chapter 6 version, and this will not be including the Mythic, but at number 12, we have the Infiltrator Pump Shotgun. This is a pretty solid shotgun, especially in my opinion, but like, I feel like if we included the Mythic, I mean, this thing might honestly get 2, maybe even 3 spots higher. Like, this is a really good shotgun, in my opinion. Especially after the change that they made, it makes it work a lot more like a pump shotgun. Still kind of like that pump tack hybrid that's a little bit more on the pump side, but I like it. Tell me what you guys think on the Infiltrator Pump in the comments below. Alright, so, and then at number 11, including the Mythic, we have the Collateral Damage Assault Rifle. In my opinion, this was the weakest assault rifle in the meta, but it was still a pretty good assault rifle, in my opinion. I mean, there has not been one assault rifle, except for the 2 exotic ones, below this. In my opinion, this is a fair spot for it, but if this thing was classified as an SMG, I feel like it might honestly get into, like, the top 10, but just missed the top 10 for me today. Tell me what you guys think on the Collateral Damage Assault Rifle. Guys, this used to be the best assault rifle of all time. At number 10, we have the Twin Mag Assault Rifle. Post-nerf, man oh man, did they nerf this thing. But honestly, it kind of needed it, because in my opinion, this thing would have beaten out the Hollow Twister. So, I mean, pretty solid, but like, it's still, I mean, it's the 3rd best base assault rifle in the season, so that kind of tells you how much they nerfed it. They nerfed it by 3 damage, guys. Overall, it's still a really strong assault rifle, and I continue to love it to this day. But this used to be my favorite assault rifle, guys. It used to be. Alright, and guys, and at number 9, we have the base Mammoth Pistol. This is just the base version. The Mythic will be a little bit higher up on this list because it has 2 shots. But overall, the base version is still insanely strong. I would argue the best pistol of all time. Wrecker Revolver, guys, is pretty solid, but I mean, like, this thing is just so dominant. In my opinion, this thing is better than the Wrecker Revolver now. Maybe the Wrecker Revolver, when it first came out, I would say was better. But now, I would say the Mammoth Pistol is taking back its throne after the several nerfs of the Wrecker Revolver. Tell me what you guys think, Mammoth or Wrecker, in the comments below. Alright, it's time for my second hot take of the video. My second hot take of the video. At number 8, post-nerf, we have Midas's Gilded Eye Drum Gun. This is post-nerf, so this is when they added the horizontal recoil to it. Honestly, this thing is still dominant, in my opinion. This is the 3rd best drum gun that they've ever had. I think Snoop Dogg's and Midas's are still better, but not by much, honestly. This thing's still really good. And tell me what you guys think of the Midas's Gilded Drum Gun. But I feel like I pretty much covered it. Really good. Really strong off launch. They nerfed it to make it a little bit more balanced. Let's get to the top 7. We got some pretty interesting ones, in my opinion. Alright, guys, at number 7, the hit scan version, the Striker Burst Rifle. This thing is insanely good. In my opinion, best burst assault rifle there has ever been. Not even close. I mean, this thing, DPS of like 177 for a burst weapon is kind of insane, honestly. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. I think the Hollow Twister still triumphs it, but in my opinion, this is the 2nd best assault rifle we have seen in Chapter 6 overall. But the Eradicator OXR might beat it out. I'm not sure. Pretty close. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Alright, at number 6, we have Baron's Double Down Pistol, the Mythic Mammoth Pistol with 2 shots. This thing, oh my god. 102 damage to the body, 180 to the head, absolutely broken. Best pistol of all time, in my opinion, not even close. You could put the Wrecker Revolver, Kill Switch revolvers in there up for conversation, tactical pistol, but you would be dead wrong. This thing is the best pistol of all time, in my opinion. almost at this point no debate after all the nerfs they've done to the Wrecker revolver. Alright, and at number 5 we have the base version of the Sentinel Pump Shotgun. I think this is a pretty fair spot for it. The Mythic version will be a little bit higher up on this list. Tell me what you guys think about the Sentinel Pump. Honestly, Sentinel or Spaz, guys, it is so close. I could really go either way. Honestly, the Sentinel Pump has just absolutely taken over Chapter 6. It has dominated it throughout all the way. First time I used this shotgun, like, okay, yep, this is the shotgun I'm going to be using all chapter. This thing is just so dominant, it is insane. Let's get into the top 4. And at number 4, this will be including the Mythic. I got the Hollow Twister Assault Rifle. I've been talking about it all video. I think in my opinion, it's way better than that thing right there. But yeah, honestly, dominant, absolutely dominant. It is taken over Chapter 6. I mean, it is just insane how much this thing has dominated throughout the entire chapter. Honestly, I mean, it is just insane. But let's get to the top 3. I have a feeling you guys are going to be a little bit interested by my picks here. In my opinion, just barely passing over the Hollow Twister. You could really go either way. At number 3, I got Brutus's minigun. This thing, oh my god. So, I mean, they brought this thing back. It was so OP. Everyone wanted the Brutus's minigun. It was insane. Honestly, the top 2, you could really go either way for the top 4, in my opinion. You could go swap. Honestly, I mean, the top 4 are just, like, some of the best weapons we have seen, like, honestly, ever. The top 2, I mean, one of them I would even consider potentially the best in its class. But, yeah, we'll see. Tell me what you guys think on the top 2, and let's get right into it. Alright, and at that number 2 spot, we have the Mythic Sentinel Pump Shotgun. You guys are probably going to be shocked that I did not put this number 1 at number 1. And no worries, guys. I did label number 1 as a hot take, in my opinion. But honestly, it's not much of a hot take, because in my opinion, it might just be the best in its class. And I have a feeling you guys are going to kind of understand where I'm going for when I reveal number 1. But 200 pump, I mean, this thing is just absolutely broken. It has been since day 1. But let's get to that number 1, because I've had you guys scrambling on it since the video started. Alright guys, hottest take of the video. At number 1, I cannot believe this thing did not get nerfed. The Lawless Heavy Impact Tracking Rifle. 350 to the head, 140 to the body. Absolutely busted. This thing is just what the heavy sniper used to be, and that is just insane enough. And the fact that it tracks you too, I mean, you could put an argument for this thing to be over the Reaper. I'm going to be completely honest. You could, and honestly, it could really go either way. These are the Reaper and this are the 2 best snipers we've ever seen in the entirety of this game. But besides maybe the OG heavy sniper rifle, but honestly, besides that, I think this thing puts up an insanely good fight. I was using this thing every single game, and I almost won every single game because I was using it. It was that OP. Alright. It is just that OP. I will see you guys 2 more videos today. We'll see if I can get them, if not Monday. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.